He was on that tractor clearing stuff, yeah. At the farm.
Yeah.
I just drove by and I saw him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's done working at Colts now for a while.
Is he?
Probably glad. Needs a rest. I'll put him to work at the farm. Probably glad. I thought there were people here. I don't remember seeing the street.
Damn, and then so you'll need your, you'll need your. Baby. Right.
He's got a really nice cube after.
That's what he said. He doesn't, I think he said he wasn't sure if he'd be covered.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes, Bill.
Gentlemen, we did, thought we'd get here a little earlier, so kind of, like I told my things up last night.
We're all good.
Pardon me?
Beat you up too bad.
Okay, well, that's okay. You guys have done a good job.
Well, weather's not great. I think it's gonna be just a handful here tonight. You're live,
Easy, how are you?
Nope, just a couple of things.
75% done. That's right.
Good. Next.
The nature cooperate. Look, I learn something new every day. I figured out how to properly set up the live stream now. Very good. So I've got. That's right. So I've got the originals for the claims and then the resolution that's on the agenda right here that you guys can sign it. We're not, you decide not to sign.
That corner looks pretty good. We got switch on that goes.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's behind us. You, well, we.
There's a couple more areas in town you could do it too.
Corner, the cafe, and coffee shop.
The new, yeah, do you mean the new Mexican bakery there? No. Just over here? No, I haven't tried that. I tried the ice cream next door, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. I get my coffee over at Cup of Joy usually. Leaves Wednesday.
Not a problem.
When I texted you, my neighbor forwarded me. I'm like, all right, I'll text somebody too.
Yeah, we ran 6 days a week for a couple of weeks. I don't even think if we ran 7, we would have made it. But they just all at once.
It all came down at once, yep.
They borrowed that, great big truck for a yard.
Right. I mean, we even had all of last week backhoe and dump trucks out there trying to put the holiday. We knew we were gonna get even further behind.
I saw a video of one of those beach backs and the driver didn't get out. He must have had it on remote control because he was controlling it and back and forth. You could go.
They put like a old tire or something around the tube, so if they hit something that would damage it.
Right.
You know, you could sit right in there and
Pretty slick.
wanted to ask, we have a total on what we paid for each one of those lots through here. Or that is the total for that, right?
So that's the average of the assessed value. We can, we can.
Yes.
One there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll explain that. That's because of the statute.
Okay.
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
And I suppose it'll be me explaining since the mayor's not here.
I was gonna say, it sounds like, you're gonna have to take that one on.
No, I believe he's still.
I spoke to the mayor. He's on his way back into town now. He said he'd be like 30 minutes. It'd be like 5:30.
Okay.
He said he was wanting to table that resolution for this.
He wants to table it? Okay.
Okay.
To allow for the closing to happen and the city to take possession before this.
Okay.
Would you see?
The resolution.
Resolution is the second item on the agenda. Suppose we can just do that when we come to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add a couple more minutes, or are we sure he's not gonna be?
Okay, but everything, we'll wait till 5.
All right.
So they are.
I think either. Or good now, but.
Oh, it is.
They got anywhere. You know, we bought it.
Yeah, I made a
Sort of whole
decision.
groups of case,
Yeah,
bought it a year ago.
she'll start. She's from, well, I don't know where she's from originally,
So
but
whatever we
she's
do,
been here since
it's always
June, so she said, or she's having a home around here.
It's night.
Or commute.
Listen, all she's here in this space.
Yeah, I'm excited. Somebody to help and take care of it. All this stuff, it's taking up time.
Right here.
Great.
3 days.
What year we is
Who's Bible 3?
And then went back. Came back.
We started from scratch.
I don't know what kind of rotation. Don't really like that.
That's good.
Stupid.
Well, there's 6 or 7 kids.
No, it's actually going
Oh,
very well. Got the building.
That'd help a lot.
Yes. Make some improvements, like I said, we share average about between 50 and 60 people a Sunday so far.
Good.
Right.
Oh, well.
That's right.
All right. All right, so. President Kevin Smith, present. Vice President Estel George.
Here.
Secretary Jeff Webb,
Here.
Commissioner Bob Brenneman,
Here.
Commissioner Matt McAleer, absent. Okay. We can go through all the, Janice Denham.
Here.
Mayor Phillips is missing tonight. Todd Sammons, Jacob Hall.
Here.
Okay. Everybody take a quick minute, look over the minutes from our last meeting.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We've got 2 claims in here. The one from McAllister's, that is the equipment to take down the old cleaners. That one is for $5,208.19. I think that kind of falls right in line with what we had expected from that. There is no other labor or anything else involved in taking that down. That is just.
There was 2 dumpsters involved, Kevin, but I haven't seen anything from that yet.
Okay, so we'll see.
55 dump truck loads of brick and block that city staff hauled out and disposed of.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
A lot.
Then our second one is from the facade program. Jacob, can you tell us about this a little bit?
I don't know too much about it other than it's for Cole Reisner's building.
The whole Dumas building, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so, yeah. And there's a brief description of the work, currently replaced part of the bricks on the front of it, and in the entryway.
We have any questions on any of the claims? We have a motion to approve the claims.
Move.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. First item on the agenda is the TIF spending plan for next year. Take us through that one.
Sure. So I was made aware that this is due today, actually, on Wednesday last week. So basically, the state requires redevelopment commissions to submit these things according to the clerk treasurer. These are pretty rough guidelines in terms of the planned spending for the next year, but it's basically just so there's something on record, some sort of plan. This is essentially the same as the one that was from last year, except that the debt servicing item has increased from 373,000 to 375,000. And then also grants and contributions has increased from 80,000 to 100,000 to reflect. That's what was just approved at last month's meeting for the facade grants. Everything else is exactly the same.
Just out of curiosity, with our income, where would that leave us at the end of the year next year? Do you have any idea?
In terms of the spending, no, I'm not entirely sure. I do know that I believe the year after that, we also got word last week from Baker and Tilly that because of property tax changes, our income is going to be more significantly impacted the following year.
Okay.
Which way?
Down, I think, considerably.
Are they talking about changing percentages? Is that what it amounts to?
I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think that I want to say that it's because of basically because of the assessed value. And one of the TIFs is going from, I want to say a few $100,000 to negative like 1.5 million or something like that. That's not a balance that we're going to owe, but that's value that we won't be able to get from tax revenue, basically. But that I don't believe that'll kick in until 2027.
So is that just like one of the tip areas that's finally up, or is that?
I believe that was in. I'm not sure which one it was. I should have printed out the email that they sent us about it.
This is just a general guideline to begin with.
Yes,
I just
it's
gotta
not
curious.
something that's set in stone. It's basically, I think, Shelby described it to me as kind of a placeholder.
That's just curious. They're not gonna lower property taxes, so that's the only way they can take money away from us, get lower percentage. Okay,
This is the property tax
I think it's some.
change that the state
Yes, I believe it's
legislature passed this summer and tried to sell it to us as how they were doing us a big favor. But didn't come up with any plan on how they were gonna fund local governments or schools in the process.
I believe this is a follow-on effect of SB1.
Gotcha.
Even if you ask our local representative, and to fix that, they don't have one.
I'll make a motion to approve the annual spending plan as it stands. All in favor? Okay, let me think. Next on our agenda is the resolution for Clark and Cullen Street cleaners. We've been asked to table this for this meeting, so we can put in a vote to table this until next time around.
I'll make a motion, we table.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Good. We're on to Superintendent Black. Can you give us an update on I-65?
Yes, sir. Sewer main is in, and they're working on setting the structures as far as flushing valves and air relief valves go. Water main is still an ongoing process. We had issued a change work directive to change the route from the north side of 114. Now the water main has been shifted to the south side of 114 at the old trail tree. And then it cuts back over just before Wilson's Trucking there. And that has to do with just how tight quarters that is on the north side. And there's already 3 fibers, a sewer line and a gas main in there now. That's a little bit behind schedule, but they're still confident that we'll get there before Christmas time. Gas bore was scheduled to begin under the interstate today, but the weather has obviously changed that. As of this morning, they were waiting on the contractor to give them another date for when they were gonna get in here and get that done. Once they get in here, I suspect it'll only be a couple days and we'll be ready to push gas main under the interstate. And then main testing on the east side of the interstate as far as water and sewer main go has began. And individual services should be beginning in the next week or two. We've been reaching out and getting some conversation going. We've got 3 businesses on the west side of the interstate that have submitted us their plans on, their potential routes where they wanted to see the services stub. So sounds like we're gonna have some response on the west side effective immediately, taking the advantage of these services.
Good.
I'll entertain any questions you guys have.
How soon can those be hooked up once that it's a go over there?
As soon as the main's been pressure tested and it passes 2 consecutive bacteria tests, then they're ready to go. So if they were told today that it's good, they could start tomorrow and start hooking in.
Now they have to pay for their own hookups and stuff.
That is correct. Yep, it's theirs to put in and maintain. We're responsible up to the meter.
Is there going to be any kind of a surcharge or anything like that for?
They are considered outside of city limits, so there is a rural rate that is applied to that. I believe it's 25%.
Okay.
And then the businesses, all of their tap fees will be assessed on time and material. Because we as city will have to go out, set the meters and everything for them. So there will be some tap fees involved with that as well.
They may want to become part of the city.
That is possible. I don't know how soon, but
Just get rid of that 25% would be worth it.
sure.
There any other service we'd have to give out there if they become part of the city that we normally, well, I mean, I'd probably trash.
Yeah, trash, and then they would bring the question of the electric territory, because that's not city territory as of now, so that's the only thing that would really be a question.
RNC really go to war with you probably.
Right.
They weren't too excited about the last one.
Well, thankfully, I'm the water, sewer, and trash guy, so.
Hey,
Yep. Do we have anything else for Bryce? Okay. Do you have anything else for us, Jake?
Nope, I have no other new business.
Okay,
I have one more thing, Kevin.
absolutely.
We had it on the agenda and then I asked Jacob to scratch it, but then over the weekend I got to thinking about it. The last meeting, we brought before you guys the resolution for 7th Street.
Yes.
for the 300,000 in construction costs. Now that that is wrapped up, there will be some reimbursements come before you guys for the water and sewer, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. By using city workforce and allowing us to do the installation of those utilities, we were able to get the water in for $40,274.98. Sanitary and storm sewer was able to be put in for $46,210.45. And then with your Town and Country paving bid that was opened a couple months ago for $86,595. That brings your total construction cost to $173,080.43, which is a savings of $126,919.57.
That's awesome.
Good.
Could you repeat that total cost again?
$173,080.43.
Thank you.
That's great. Great being able to utilize our city workers to get that done and savings for everybody there. We don't have anything else. We have a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night, guys.
Yes. Claim Rich.